In recent weeks, global attention has turned to rising tensions between the United States and Iran. What began with nuclear negotiations and diplomatic talks has shifted into a major military buildup in the Middle East, and analysts now say U.S. planning may be far larger and more serious than many assumed. Today's episode explains what's happening, why the U.S. may be planning a bigger operation, and what it all means for diplomacy and regional security. The United States has deployed its largest air and naval forces in the Middle East since the 2003 Iraq invasion. This includes multiple aircraft carriers, fighter jets, guided missile destroyers, air defense systems, and long-range strike aircraft positioned across regional bases. According to military analysts, this buildup is not just defensive. It shows that the Pentagon is positioning forces capable of long-range, precision attacks such as cruise missiles, bomber sorties, and coordination with naval strike groups. Experts say that this mix of assets gives Washington options for a larger and multi-axis campaign if political leaders decide they cannot achieve their objectives through diplomacy alone. OVU's officials speaking to news agencies on condition of anonymity have suggested that the military is preparing for the possibility of weeks-long operations, not just a single strike. This reflects planning for a broader conflict scenario in which ground-based air defenses, missile batteries, command infrastructure, and critical military sites could be targeted in a more sustained campaign. It is important to understand that planning does not mean a strike is definite. It means the military wants to be ready for a range of scenarios, from limited action to extended operations if diplomacy fails. The backdrop to this military readiness is ongoing nuclear talks. U.S. officials have set clear deadlines for progress, and Iran's leaders say they remain open to dialogue if it is based on mutual respect. However, U.S. President Donald Trump warned a decision on a deal could be made within roughly 10 to 15 days, and hinted that military options remain on the table alongside diplomatic efforts. Some analysts interpret the military buildup as coercive diplomacy, a way of signaling resolve to Tehran while still leaving room for negotiation. So why do observers say U.S. planning is much larger than we thought? Scale of forces deployed, including more carriers and air support than initially disclosed. Range of capabilities: long-range cruise missiles, advanced air defenses, and strike aircraft capable of deep operations. Duration planning, not just a lightning strike, but contingency plans for sustained operations. This doesn't mean conflict is certain, but it does mean that the U.S. has prepared for a wider range of potential actions than many analysts originally estimated. In summary, the U.S. military presence around Iran today reflects significant preparation not only for defense but also for possible offensive operations if diplomatic avenues fail. Whether this is a strategy to strengthen the U.S.'s negotiating position or a genuine contingency plan for conflict is still a matter of international debate. Stay informed, because understanding the context behind these developments is critical to interpreting global events.